What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the Acura. We're going to be doing side skirts extensions, and if you don't know what that is, I will show you right quick. With the side skirt extensions, what it is a piece of plastic that go at the very bottom of the car to give the illusion that the car is lower to the ground. And you can buy the real ones off of Amazon if you like, but you also can go the cheap route with me and go to Home Depot and make it a little bit cheaper. I'll show you the supplies that you would need for the job. You would need, you can use a PCV baseboard from Home Depot. It's about $15. This is the part number for it. And make sure it's the PCV because it's waterproof and it's a lot more flexible. You're going to need some self-tapping screws. And I bought a bunch of them because I use them often. You only need a couple of them. A very few washers and whatever paint to the color you're going to use. And with all of that stuff, you're going to need some tools also. You're going to need something to cut it to the car's length. Also, a filing tool to make the edges file sharper. And most of all, a marker and a measure tape. Stay tuned with the video. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is use my girlfriend's help to hold it up underneath the car and use the measuring tape and the marker to mark it so I know exactly where to cut it at. Is that about right? All right, we have our mark. Whenever you use any cutting tool, always wear protection. Keep some gloves on and goggles on because this stuff do spin and they can't get in your eyes or get into your skin. And then with the file, this is what we're going to use it for. It cut pretty smooth, but we're going to smooth it out. And when you install it on the car, this portion of it is going to be inside of the car. Okay, so once you get done cutting it, it should look somewhat like this. File down the edges, and before you start painting, what we're going to do is check the fitment. The fitment should look somewhat like this, and you can stick it out more or bring it in more, however you desire, but I'm going to keep mine about halfway in. And yeah, now it looks pretty good, so when it's time for some paint, and then we're going to put it on. So what I'm going to be doing for scuffing it is I'm going to use a red Brillo pad. You can get it from any part store. And to clean it up before I start painting, I'm going to use some 3M General Adhesive Remover. Works like acetone or anything else. And what I'm going to do is start getting them scuffed ready. And the only reason to do this is just you want to give the paint something to stick to. If you don't scuff it, the paint won't stick very well. Make sure you get the edges of it too. And what I'm gonna do now is just get ready to wipe it off. Okay, now that I scuffed it and it's ready to be sprayed in, what I'm gonna do before I paint it is clean it off real good. I don't want no grease or contaminants on it. We're going to sit in a safe spot so I can paint it in. I'm using Rust-Oleum Painter's 2X Paint Plus Primer, and I went with a semi-gloss black. Make sure whatever you're painting with says wood on it or plastic. So I went ahead and I put on 2 or 3 heavy duty coats because I know it's gonna be outside and water in the sun all day long. As I'm letting this dry, I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up, get it off the ground so I can get underneath it with the screwdriver and start screwing them in. Okay, now that I have the car safely secured in the air, I always make sure you have more than one jack and jack stands underneath the vehicle. What I'm gonna do is let this bottom of it hold the side skirt at the bottom and start screwing in the self-tappers. All right, what I'm about to do now is I got my screws with my washer, and I'm gonna use this for the thickness guide to make sure it stays equal all the way down. And I'm using my girlfriend help to hold it up as I put a screw in each side. And I'm gonna use about 6 screws per side. If it's not sturdy enough, I'll eventually put some more, but that should be good for now. So this is how mine's gonna look. I gave it about 1.5 inches out. I need to trim up the back side so it's flush, but this is how it's looking so far. Now it's time to do the exact same to the other side. All right, now that most of the process is finished up, I done put in some extra support screws for it, and now I'm getting ready to lower it and show y'all how it looks. All right, man, I just got done looking at it. It looks so good. I don't even think y'all ready for it. I'm about to show y'all. This is the aftermath, and I absolutely love the way it looks. This is how it turned out. I couldn't be more happier with it. And they were trying to sell the same thing on Amazon and eBay for around $100. And this only took about $50, so half the price. And there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can also cut the edges of it to make it slant in or slant out. But this is the best way I chose for me. And yeah, I couldn't be more happier with it, y'all. That's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of y'all day.